January 26, 2010, 16 students were absent from school, going to a different sort of lesson. They were attending the Minnesota High School Press Association's Minnesota Wild Media Day, where students in photo, print, and broadcast journalism got to see the ins and outs of how the media runs.
And we're all going to meet downstairs in the sworn locker room about 11:30 to talk to the rest of our folks.
The media representatives, such as Minnesota Wild radio voice Kevin Fallness, gave sound advice to the aspiring journalists and reporters.
It's just the ability to be tenacious, get out there and do your job, and don't just do it enough to get by, do it enough to where you're proud of it and make yourself proud of it.
Being part of the media can be touchy, and as described by the Wild's television analyst Mike Greenlay, as well as Mike Russo, the beat writer for the Wild, sometimes asking the tough questions comes with its setbacks.
Sometimes players do get affected by what you ask them. If you say something on the air and they come back to you the next day and say, "I can't believe you said that. My mom was watching the game and you said this about me," or something, that does happen.
I get along really well with Brent Burns. I wrote a blog really criticizing him early this year, and it created a lot of tension between he and I for a couple months.
So why would someone choose such an intimidating career path? As the students learned, it's all about what the media gives to their audience.
Our effect is with the fans and with bringing the game to the fans and trying to make people love the game that we love.
The students also had the privilege of interviewing the head coach of the Minnesota Wild himself, Todd Richards.
Just go ahead with questions, and we'll have them for about 10 minutes or so.
He gave the students insight on how a coach and a team utilize the media.
But I think there are things that you can say and use the media in a certain way too as a coach, as far as getting your message out and what you want people to hear.
All in all, it was an enlightening experience, and the students learned a lot about the different aspects of media and journalism. Eastview students Blake Telshaw and Nikki Trummer took the experience as an opportunity to gauge their journalism futures.
I learned a lot more about the sports aspect. I already knew a lot about broadcast. I don't know, it's just an option. Opened my eyes to something else.
It definitely was really interesting, and it seems like it'd be a really fun career path to take.
So at the end of the day, the students left XL Energy Center with first-hand knowledge of what it's like to put on a press pass and go behind the scenes of the Minnesota Wild.
All they do is Bob Kurtz, Tom Reed, they sit down there and their engineer sits there. It's a very small board because...
So with Ryan Linney, this is Luke Braun reporting for Lakeville South High School.